Well, grand evening, everybody. Lakeisha McKnight is here, your senior coach, your host for the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. What is going on, everybody? Excited to be here before you, Lakeisha McKnight, once again. It is about 8:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here in Chesapeake, Virginia, where I am live. It is Tuesday, March the 17th of 2020. It is a great day to be alive amongst the living. And I'm just excited to be here before you. Now, remember, the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast, it is a media outlet for those, of course, is being presented to you on behalf of Women of Elevation, Career Services International, and I'm excited to be here before you. I really am. This podcast goes live every Tuesday and Wednesday around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so it's directed for my ladies out there, those of you who have a creative mindset, those of you who are looking for inspiration, those of you who are wanting some coaching on the go. That is what this podcast show is truly all about. And so I invite you to remain plugged in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I try to definitely go live sometimes with this podcast on my timeline on Facebook, but I predominantly go live inside of the Women of Elevation group on Facebook. So, for those of you who are on Facebook, feel free, of course, to join that group for those listening on my timeline. And the way that you would join that group is by going to www.woecommunity.com. Again, that's woecommunity.com. That's where, for those of you on the podcast platforms as well, you can request to join that group. So when you go to that URL, woecommunity.com, you are going to see the group. You would just simply request to join the group, and we will allow you in. All right? And so my focus for tonight, many of you know with this particular podcast show, being connected to the nonprofit, we have 3 core areas that we focus on throughout the year. So we help women to create, relate, and elevate. And during the first 4 months of the year, January through April, we help women to create products, services, and host your own events. All right. And so what is going on over the next couple of weeks? For example, the organization is going to be having a telesummit event. Now, if you're not registered for this meaning, of course, you can also watch it on the computer. All right. So I want to encourage you, make sure you're registered for the telesummit. It's going to be taking place over the computer and phone. So make sure you lock in your seat for these upcoming classes. It's 3 nights, the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th, and it's going to be available on Zoom. So when you register for free for these 3 classes, you're going to get access, okay? So here's how you, number 1, register for the telesummit event that's going to actually begin next week. So you would simply go to www.thecreatelisummit.com. www.thecreatelisummit.com. And so you'll be able to get free access to the classes. It's going to be live classes starting next week. All right. But as you can see in the preview image, for those of you on Facebook, okay, you see that there's an image that's sharing information about the Create 2020 live business mixer and seminar. Now, the business mixer and seminar, we are tentatively having that in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Now, we say tentatively simply because of all that's going on with the social gatherings. We never know if it's going to be extended beyond the 2 weeks that we have been informed of. Many of you here in the United States, you know that we have this restriction going on of social gathering crowds between now and March the 27th. And so we're going to see how this plays out. And we're looking forward to potentially seeing many of you on Saturday, April the 18th, live in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Now, if this restriction of social gathering continues, We may actually move the event to being a virtual event. We will keep you informed. But I will tell you that we're going to have two dynamic, absolutely dynamic speakers. And we want to encourage you now to definitely visit the website because you're going to get more information on the Eventbrite platform. So when you go to this website, I'm going to give you the website right now. You would simply go to www.thecreateseminar.com. Make sure you write that down. It's also in the description area on the podcast platforms, and it's in the description area of the live stream on Facebook. It should be. Okay, so make sure you go to thecreateseminar.com to learn more about this upcoming live seminar and mixer event. I want to learn more about what it is you do. So if you reside in the Tidewater area of Virginia, so that includes Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, Suffolk, Hampton. If you're in Portsmouth or Norfolk, okay, any of those areas, I invite you to check it out. And even if you're in North Carolina, and if you're in the area just visiting during that time frame of April the 18th, we invite you. We want to learn more about what you do as an entrepreneur, and we're looking forward to learning. We want to potentially develop and create powerful business relationships amongst sisters around the world, and of course, specifically here in the Tidewater area. So we encourage you, if you know anyone that lives in this area, as far as near or within Chesapeake, Virginia, or Virginia Beach, Virginia, we encourage you to come out to definitely network, to share with us some information about what it is that you do as an entrepreneur. And even if you're just getting started, here's the beautiful thing. We can definitely just pour value into your lives and give you guidance as to how to really get started with whatever creative idea that God has placed in you. So if you have a creative idea of developing some type of product or some type of service, and you really need that guidance and support, we can do that. We can provide that for you at this business seminar and mixer event. And so again, a reminder, we don't know what the future holds. We don't know what's going to happen in the month of April. And so make sure you're plugged in here so we can give you updates, because if we need to shift things and if we need to move it to be a virtual event, we will let you know. But as of today, it is going to be a live in-person event taking place on Saturday, April the 18th in Virginia Beach, Virginia. So I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And also be sure to check out our website for Women of Elevation. That's the hosting organization for these events that are for women. You can always visit our website at www.womenofelevation.com. And if there is some information that's not updated there, but you're just curious, you can always connect with us on social media, myself and some of the other board of director leaders who are a part of the team and are well informed regarding what's going on. So feel free to visit me on Facebook, those of you on the other platforms. It's my profile link. It's facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks. Again, L McKnight Speaks. That's how you can connect with me on the Facebook platform. But thank you so very much, everyone. It's Lakeisha McKnight. We are concluding the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast episode for tonight. I'll be back, of course, with some regularly great value and tips when it comes to creating amazing services for you. Thank you so much. Be blessed, everyone, and have a great evening.